Kevin Spacey, Richard III, was a big beast that needs all guns blazing production.
Sam and I coming back together for the first time in a decade, there was a lot riding on it.
Right back in 2010 was when I first started talking to Kevin about it, and we really started shooting in, we did a little bit in rehearsals, but once the show got started in London, mid-2011, once I heard the extent of the tour really, and particularly that they were going to Epidaurus, I thought, well, this is really something that would make quite an interesting film and quite an opportunity to tell a story about theatre, and with the storytellers like that involved, it's sort of on a scale, and with a tour like that around the world, it sort of had that context.
I think the most important thing to me that I have felt as a theater actor for my whole life is that there is something incredible about a company and about bringing a group of people together who maybe come from different schools and different training and create a cohesive whole where all of you are up every night to share a story with an audience. It's sort of dangerous every time you get out there because you never know whether it's going to work or whether an audience is going to respond. And what it's like to bring a group of people together where it's not about, who's a big name or anything else. It's about becoming a member of a company. And I think that this film reveals a company to an audience. By the end, you get to know these journeyman actors and actresses who aren't famous, but they are the heart and soul of what makes the living theatre so incredible.
When I got the part, I was absolutely delighted, and then I freaked out because I realised what I had to do. But Sam and Kevin were so brilliant and really solid team. And right from the beginning of rehearsals, it was really relaxed, and I felt really confident. And because I had to kind of be brave with Kevin because he's so good and he's so free on stage.
Luckily, we'd had 2 years previous to our production where Sam Mendes had directed 4 other productions. And so we'd done it. We'd seen that it was capable to do, that you could travel with an entire group of actors and a crew in 4 sets, that one was always moving at some particular point, and be able to do it and successfully do it, and audiences would come out for it.
The tone of it is really brilliantly done. I think it could have been just a documentary about a group of lucky actors going around the world, but they've really focused on the group, the whole company backstage as well, and how difficult that is logistically to get a company around the world. They've focused on how theatre is received in different countries and different continents, which is really interesting. And also, it follows the personal lives of the actors a little bit as well. It's kind of an unknown quantity. I think people think that being an actor is all glamour and this is lovely, but being away from your family and being away from your friends or whatever, relationships, and that's touched upon, which is a new angle, which I think people might find interesting as well.